Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll run with a longtime Buccaneer. It's Mike Allstott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
But that was definitely a surprise there, handed to the big guy on first down. Heck, the first play of the drive. And when you see him get to the second level, as a former safety, I can just tell you, your eyes get really wide because you know you've got a lot to deal with at that point.
They go again with Allstott. Shoves him aside. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Usually the big fella is a blocker, a lead back, but he gets the ball on first down. What a surprise for everyone. And as a former safety, if he breaks into the secondary and you see him coming, you just know that's a whole lot of man you've got to deal with now.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. So the three-time Pro Bowler Javon Curse with a tackle there.
And you get selected for that game because you are a consistently dominant performer. And that's what he is. We always think about him being a pass rusher, but he can play the run as well. A guy that you just have to game plan for every week.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On the draw, this is Allstott. Busts through the tackle. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards there on a first down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got it down to the 28.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. We're scoreless after 1. 7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. He'll look to throw.
And this incomplete. Oh, my. He might have been celebrating in the end zone if he'd held on. Nearly picked, but instead, it'll bring up fourth down. Crew knocks this one through the post.
And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time.
They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And the first possession isn't until the second quarter, but what's nice about it, it's only down 3. So what you sell your team on is, look, one possession, one drive, we put it in the end zone. We're in the lead in this game. Let's go, guys.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. On first down, Tagovailoa.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Tillman, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Mike Alstott, 26 yards.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now. Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
From the gun, it's Tua. He finds his man, complete. It's Holt. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining on.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Meanwhile, Tua's throw into the hands of Lockett.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Second and a couple.
Tua going to throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Tua now on first down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, it will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Tua to throw again. Left side complete to Lockett. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chomp into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Pat McAfee now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12.
Another carry here for the fullback Allstott.
And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Our eyes and attention are on the fullback. Big-time carry, big yardage. But how about the guys up front, the offensive line? A lot of people think they may have to block it differently for the fullback to get big yardage. They really don't. Because he's big, strong, and powerful, a lot of times he makes his own way. They may not have to block as hard.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Powers ahead at the 45. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
They run the quick dive with Allstott.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
Now, how about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offensive coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. He's got it to the 43 here.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will have a Steelers 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. 7 yards there and a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Tua now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. This one winding toward a conclusion, and how would you assess how the secondary has played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid, still pitching a shutout. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Steelers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Going up top. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A big play there. 57 yards.
And the Steelers are able to add on to that lead. That kind of puts the bow on what has been a complete performance, Charles. They're pitching a shutout on the other side in this offense. They've done their thing well, too.
Yeah, this game has been all-out effort from them on every snap, and there's a good amount of pride on the line right now. They want to finish what they started. They want this shutout preserved.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Coup for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Aaron Donald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to pass. Tua. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Pat McAfee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.